Good morning, you stellar
misfits.
misfit.
You cool cats. You really like
Jeremy, I get it. You're a little tired.
it's getting
But
worse.
random words, it's ridiculous.
They're not really random words. Random words would be like shimhat.
That's not a word.
That's random words.
No. It's random words because it's a word that is random that you're saying. It's shmishnaha isn't a word.
It is a word. It means
What does it mean?
to
Does
be
it-
a Fraggle inside of a Willy Wonka factory.
So it's admitting you're wrong.
You're not supposed to jump into that part yet.
Well, you should probably start now.
We should start now. So we stopped on this misfit. What do we decide we're going to call this thing?
Okay. I think
Misfit
we're going to...
Lives?
Misfits Lessons Learned.
Misfits Lessons Learned. Welcome to Misfits Lessons Learned. Dramatic pause. Now look at the camera and say, have you ever been wrong?
Yes?
Can you admit when you're wrong?
Sometimes?
That's deep. So, I think one of the biggest things that hinders people in growth and really in communication with people is admitting when they're wrong.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, it's something that's a big thing that I think is hindering the world from changing. I would say even going as far as wars that have been started when people could not admit they're wrong.
That's called pride.
Yeah,
And
pride
egos.
and egos and all that stuff, but so many times there have been so many conflicts have happened when we're like, no, this is the way it is. You really shouldn't say that.
Okay, just cut that out.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's so many things that have happened and these people and things have been hurt because people can't admit when they're wrong. So I just want to see what your thoughts are about this.
My thoughts are more along the lines too. It's just like when you're wrong, but also admitting like you failed.
Okay, so you're taking it one step further.
Yeah,
So,
because it's like I feel like here in Western society, it's like, well, like you have to succeed. It's like no, like you're gonna fail sometimes, but knowing like when you did and learning from that, and not like being like, I did something so wrong, blah blah blah, like you know, like pitying yourself,
yeah.
having a pity party.
I don't know why they call it a party because it sounds like a really terrible party. Because it's like, okay, I really am going to have like a...
Why are you going in depth on this?
I don't know, because it just hit me like really kind of a silly
It is.
thing. Because I don't want to party around my pity. Ooh, maybe that's the point. You don't want to have a pity party. Okay, moving on.
Well, he needs to get more sleep.
But there is something to be said about that, like admitting your failures too. So it's so hard, really, in some ways. I guess this can kind of go into the place of pride, of like really being so tied to your self-worth, being that people see you as right or wrong or whatever, that you can't do what's the right thing.
Yeah.
And the right thing
good point.
so much of the time is I've been in a place in my life that, okay, to change the world and different things and situations that I knew could have blown up, that I knew I wasn't even wrong. I still took the higher road. And we say that, I'm not saying to toot my horn, because it was worth it for the bigger picture of my friends and the things that were happening. Like, it was really worth it. And I'm making a serious point. Why do you always make those things when I'm making serious points?
Can you just continue?
Okay, I'm continuing. But, so there's... You want to finish this?
No.
You should jump. I think you should jump in right now.
Should I jump in?
Yes, say something.
So, I'd say even in that too, like in the Western society, like let's say like just like even starting with the people around us, like noticing like, you know, taking that high road even when you are not wrong and you're right, and like essentially humbling yourself and bringing humility into your life. And maybe even that showing the people that are being prideful, like, hey, like when it comes to that moment, they're like, oh, I was wrong, but they took the higher road and showed me humbleness and humility.
And it may never happen, they realize that, but still, at some point, it can make an impact on their life.
Yeah.
So, in this whole world-changing misfit lifestyle, there is something about recognizing your pride and understanding humility and really realizing the cost of a situation.
Yeah.
Because there's a cost to being right and there's a cost to being wrong. And there's some point to where, like when you really look at the bigger picture, it's not worth being right sometimes. And even if you are, or let's say you are wrong, but like one of the things I really said is own when you're wrong, because that shows so much
like-
character. That person, like when you're like, I
What
am
was that
so
one
sorry.
guy, that Karate Kid, the blonde-haired kid? He was not the villain in the movie. Ralph Macchio stole his girlfriend. See what I'm saying? People need to admit they're wrong. That the blonde-haired kid was the
Oh my
good guy, and Ralph Macchio was the jerk.
I really can't believe you're trying to use this story as an example of this, of a really good, solid point, because that is just not the case.
So,
He was the bad guy.
nope.
Story.
So the story we have here for
Story time, story time. I like to hear story time.
So today's story is about a lady, a freeway, and
A badger?
a rep at the
Store of chickens?
insurance company.
Okay.
Are you done?
I'm done, but I think the store of chickens is actually a place.
Okay. So, lady is leaving her office. I'm
Okay.
sorry, party, I should say, at the office. And she's leaving and she gets lost. Where am I? Where?
It's
So
a
she-
really good lost face. I really appreciated that because I was like kind of confused in that part of the story until you're like, oh, I was.
Okay. So she calls her insurance company, right? Or not the insurance, the roadside assistance.
Okay, I was gonna say
Sorry.
like that's a
The
weird
roadside
person.
assistant.
That's a weird person to call.
Roadside assistance. And so she's not actually able to figure out where she is. So this lady is like 10 or 15 minutes and about to get off her shift, the roadside assistance lady that answered the phone.
Mhm.
So she goes to the freeway where she's at and then leads her to get onto the right freeway.
So she's like the original Siri.
Yep.
Mic drop. Original Siri. I like it.
She waits
Going the
by.
extra mile. The extra mile. Like
So
she went. She
I just
literally.
thought that
She
was really
literally. No,
awesome.
but she literally went the extra mile. Because she drove an extra mile to go help the lady. She went the extra. Is that where that comes from? Did that lady invent the extra mile? Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. This is historic. No, it's
okay.
not really.
I think that was somebody else that invented
Okay.
that, but it's
As always, Misfits.
live inspired.
And live on purpose! That looks angry. That's like angry face.
Oh, sorry.